I'd like to welcome everyone this evening to Advanced Rheumatology. This is the Wellness Center. I'm Rosemary, Altemus. I do nutrition here for both of the doctors, and I also brought the CBD oils and the oils and creams if you've not used them or tried them yet as well. If you have any questions on those, I can help you. But this evening, we are going to make an anti-inflammatory recipe. We are going to be using cauliflower. We're going to put it in a food processor. It's going to smell, guys, a little bit. But we're going to use cauliflower, and we're going to rice it in a food processor. You can grate it, or you can hand chop it as well, okay? I just want you to make sure that you always use fresh cauliflower, okay? Organic is best, but if you can't find organic, find the freshest that you can. It doesn't have any black spots on it or anything like that. And you're going to put it in your food processor, okay? For this recipe, you only want to use fresh cauliflower. Cauliflower is becoming very popular, so a lot of places or grocery stores are carrying it now frozen. You don't want to use frozen cauliflower. It will turn to mush, okay? So we're going to whisk some of this up, since I have this little one here. And then I'll show you about how much you grate it up, okay? Okay. See, it has the consistency of rice. So we know that rice is a very easy digestible grain. However, rice has a lot of starch in it. And because of that, it can easily make your blood sugar. A lot of my diabetics or pre-diabetics, when they eat rice, especially white rice, their sugar goes high, goes really high, okay? So if you've been diagnosed with diabetes or you have pre-diabetes, please be careful with rice. Whereas when you have this, it's not going to do that at all. Rice is really nice. You could take this and freeze it if you wanted to. It'll stay in the refrigerator for a couple days. Just make sure you put it in an airtight container. It will smell, really smell. You just don't want to get it too soft because it cooks very fast. And to make it like rice, we don't really want to cook it a whole lot. And you'll see it's going to be added in towards the end, okay? I'm going to scramble up a couple eggs. You know what I got to... Eggs are a complete protein. If you didn't want to add meat to this dish, which we're going to have chicken tonight, you could just use eggs. And they will help. They'll be the protein that you need with your meal. Okay? Okay, let's turn this on. And we're going to add some oil. Probably wouldn't need quite that much, but that's just what it calls for. We'll use it again when we do our chicken. And then I'm going to scramble 2 eggs. Or I have 3 eggs. I don't have 2 large eggs. So I got 3 smaller, medium-sized ones. Eggs just give it that something. We always used to say how eggs were bad for you. Eggs aren't really bad for you at all. How things change, right? I'm not going to salt or pepper these eggs. I'm just going to whisk them up, and we're going to put them in here and get them ready. And then we're actually going to take them out, and they're going to sit until we get we kind of put these on top. We're going to scramble them up. Now, just to let you guys know, this little electric skillet that we're using has none of the dangerous things like Teflon, okay? These are rather nice to have. You really should use the rubber utensils with them. but they have no PFOAs, there's no cadmium or anything bad in it for you. And it makes cooking really easy. So when you scramble these eggs, you're going to kind of break them up a little because you're going to want to put pieces in on the top, not gigantic pieces, you know. You know, society today doesn't really like to cook that much. There people are learning, and I think with the cooking classes, or if you get an illness, you have to realize that you've got to turn things around, and food is really important. Food makes a huge difference in your diet, can make a huge difference on any illness you have, especially if you have an autoimmune disease. Food can help heal your body, help your immune system. Chances are you're never really going to get rid of your immune disease, but we can help you, help you with the pain. I just was talking to one of my patients this morning, and she said, when I start an anti-inflammatory diet, I wake up and my joints don't hurt as much. I'm not nearly as stiff. So that's what we want, huh? Okay, so we're just going to set these to the side, and then we're going to get our chicken out. Let me turn this down for a little bit. Okay, so I got these, and I already cut them. So, and I froze them because I had to travel and be here all day. But these are chicken tenderloins. On your recipe, it says chicken breast. Tenderloins, when you eat these, you'll notice right away that they taste, not that they taste better, but they're much tender. They're tenderloins. They're the little part on the breast that you cut off. I'm sure have you eaten tenderloins before? Like chicken tenders, they're a little bit tender. So when I got these, I purchased that for you guys. So just so you know, if you're eating really tender and like, wow, Rose, this is really tender, it's because they're chicken tenderloins, okay? So we're going to add some more oil to this pan. Now remember, you don't want your olive oil ever to get really hot and smoke. When it gets hot and smokes, it becomes carcinogenic, okay? So you don't want to get that. High heat oil would be avocado oil, coconut oil. Those are the oils that you want to use in high heat, not olive oil, okay? Okay, we're going to have something tonight. I don't know if you've ever used these, probably not. They're called coconut aminos. Soy sauce is a popular condiment and seasoning sauce, especially in Chinese and Japanese cuisine, but it may not be suitable for all diets. So if you're adjusting your diet to reduce salt, avoid gluten, or eliminate soy, coconut aminos may be a good alternative. All right? Let me get my wooden spoon here. This article takes a look at what that science says about this increasingly popular soy sauce substitute and explains why it may be a healthier option. Coconut aminos is a salty, savory seasoning sauce made from fermented sap of coconut, palm, and sea salt. Here it is right here. If you have your phones with you, you can take a picture of it. There are many, many, many that you can buy on the internet or at the store. If you go to any like Whole Foods, probably about any place has it. Giant Eagle, they probably all carry it now. But if you can't get it, you definitely can find it on Amazon. Okay? Coconut aminos is similar in color and consistency to light soy sauce, making it an easy substitute in recipes. You can try it for all different kinds of things that you can, substitute it for. But it is much healthier and very much low sodium. We'll read about that here. It's not as rich as traditional soy sauce and has a milder, sweet flavor. I like that about it. Yet, surprisingly, it doesn't taste like coconut. So there are a lot of people that don't really care for coconut. Okay? So, like, when I first started doing these diets and stuff, people would say, I'd fry my eggs in coconut oil and be like, it tastes like coconut. I don't know, fried eggs in coconut. You can buy some coconut that's been a little bit refined and it doesn't have that flavor, but this certainly doesn't either. Okay? Coconut aminos is not a significant source of nutrients, though it may be a good option for people with certain dietary restrictions. So I have it in bold print. It's soy, wheat, and gluten-free. Soy is a hormone. it bothers your hormones. It's a disruptor of your hormones. So I'm not saying you can never have it, but please don't eat it on a regular basis, okay? And soy sauce is full of soy if you buy soy sauce. Soy milk, yep, it's a hormone disruptor. I think if you have breast cancer or had breast cancer, I think they frown upon you eating soy. People often avoid soy sauce due to its high sodium salt content. Coconut Aminos has 90 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon, while traditional soy sauce has 280 milligrams of soy. That's salt. That's a lot of salt, ladies. Okay? So if you're trying to reduce sodium in your diet, coconut aminos may be a good low-salt substitute for soy sauce. However, it's not a low-sodium food, and it should still be used sparingly, as the salt adds up quickly if you eat more than 1 teaspoon at a time. Okay? Okay, this is browning up nicely. Now, I'd like to also tell you that other vegetables that you can add into this would be kale, spinach, mushrooms. You could put celery in it, broccoli. This evening, we're going to use green onions and a little bit of red pepper. Look how cute this red pepper is. I have one of these things that and you push it down through, and it just makes perfect little cubes. We're going to add that. It's a very easy dish, very quick to put together. You can put, like I put everything in the little containers, and some shallots, a couple shallots. Onions are so good for you. And when they're small, in smaller pieces, they do cook faster as well, okay? What else do we have here? Then we're going to add in some spices. The water chestnuts are missing. I don't know where they went to. I think we ordered them, they didn't come in. But you can add, we had in this recipe water chestnuts. It gives it some crunch. Everybody know what a water chestnut is? You can actually buy them diced, or you can buy them sliced. Just chop them up and stick a can in them. Stick a can in here. Okay? Then we're going to add in some garlic powder. Not salt, garlic powder or garlic. Since we have some in our inventory, we're going to use the garlic powder today. And we're going to add some black pepper. Now, to give it an Asian flair, we're going to add a little bit of sesame oil. Sesame oil is so rich, you only want to use a very little bit of sesame oil. It kind of gets too much, it begins too much flavor if you add too much. Half a teaspoon of sesame oil. And you'll smell that right away come out. You'll catch that Asian. And now we're going to add the cauliflower rice. Hope my pan's big enough, girls. It's so nice. You can have a really nice, hefty serving of this. With rice, a normal serving would be a half a cup. It's really hard to eat just a half a cup of rice. With this, you could have a full cup, even a cup and a half. Mix this, put a salad with it, but you do have complete protein in here. You have some vegetables. You could serve some green beans on the side if you wanted to, or this just could be a complete meal. And we're going to add our coconut aminos to this. It's going to be a kind of a little bit of, it's liquid, so it's going to kind of steam the cauliflower. And that was 3 tablespoons of that. I do have a little bit of Himalayan sea salt that we use, Himalayan salt. And I'm not really going to add that because I don't know how salty this is actually going to be. So you can add a little more soy sauce, but you can add it to taste. I'm not going to really taste it, so. But that is in your recipes. It's pretty. It's a little bit, has like red and green in it. You should eat colorful vegetables. Do you remember them always saying the vegetable looks like the organ of your body? Right? Beets look like your heart, kind of shaped like your heart. What other vegetables are shaped like things? Broccoli shaped kind of like your lungs. If you guys can see how it is, it's not mushy. It's like rice would be, okay? That is the trick to this, okay? Even if it was almost a little crunchy when you ate, not crunchy, but you know what I mean, crisp, tender. It actually kind of gets a little bit translucent as it's cooking, and you can see that. You'll see the whiter when it's not quite done. It's anti-inflammatory, ladies. This is what we're going for, anti-inflammatory foods to help your body fight inflammation. They actually fight inflammation, these kind of foods. Whereas your grains, dairy, soy, gluten cause inflammation. And we love them. I do. I love to eat pizza, but I don't. I try to stay away from it as much as I can. There's lots of alternatives. There's people that actually make a cauliflower crust. I've never done that, but there's a lot of people that do. You can look it up, try it out. There's people that there are people that cannot have gluten. They're celiac. They can't have it. They will get deathly ill. For us, we might get uncomfortable. We might get some gas, bloating, just feel kind of yucky. Okay, we're getting about down there. Let's add our eggs. It's going to get mushy if you freeze it. It'll get mushy. It's good for a day after meal though. Put it in the refrigerator, get it out, heat it up. It's great that way. Thank you for watching our video. This evening we made stir-fry chicken with cauliflower rice. And always remember, a healthy outside starts from the inside.